So I'm point out that this is fascinating. Watching load screens. Oh my god. Alright, so. Oh, what the hell? I can do third person? How did you not know this? Oh, ha. There I am. Hey everyone, Necrovarius here with, as you can see, a different type of video. This is Space Engineers. Who would have thought? I just realized how slow this gun actually shoots. But this is my moon base, and I kind of wanted to do a small video about it and just kind of talk about it in general, and see what the input is and see what kind of feedback I get from you and see if you want to see more or not. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, this is my moon base. So I started obviously on Earth, probably right around there, if I were to make a guess. And as it goes, of course, I built a huge ship, and I landed here, and I landed in this crater. And as you can tell, my huge ship is gone. I had a large AT-AT barge, an AT-AT barge from the Star Wars universe. And it was landed here, and I decided I didn't need it, so I took the stuff, and now it's in storage. But this is what came of it. So it's a 2-story building. The bottom is completely sealed, full of oxygen, so I can take the helmet off. And the top is dedicated to all the gubbins. So if we head inside, you'll see my first, trademarked symbolic thing here. This is my anti-Mormon. What do they call it? Door-to-door salesman? That's what that is, because ain't nobody knocking on that. Going inside, you'll have the refinery in there, as well as our med bay. This is the most recent addition. For the longest time, I did not have one of these. That was my own fault. I died a lot and had to reload a lot, but as I said, this is sealed. You'll see once this goes up that the vent will turn green. We have a couple things of storage here. Full to the brim of just crap. Just disregard that modded shell right there for now. That's a different video that may come out in the future. Who knows? We have a terminal here to help control our drone that we have out there. We'll have more on that later. And we have underneath the refinery, I like the way that this looks, although this is not sealed. It counts as being sealed, but that's okay. Once this gets cleaned up, it'll just be this and a couple of pipes. This will not be here, but that's a yield module I have yet to finish. A couple of speed modules on the assembler here, which is not doing too much right now. Reactor and battery. I have not been to any other planet, but I have salvaged some uranium from some ships that I have shot down. We'll get to my weaponry in a few moments. And then, of course, this is hooked up with the oxygen and hydrogen up top. And that's pretty much it for this place. As I said, this is going to be green, so if I wanted to, I could take off, let me turn my tab. I could take off my helmet, and look, I'm just fine. I can walk around and be just happy. And that's a super gremlin over there, so we'll let that be. But yeah, so that's it for the inside. Put that helmet back on. Let's open that door. We have our build and repair system off. Is that? I think that's still going on. I'm actually going to turn those lights off just in case anyone out there is photosensitive or whatever, or has sensitivity stuff. I'm just going to turn that off because that'll trigger some people. I don't want anybody to have adverse effects from this, but I also don't think that very many people like that watch these videos. Oh well. Before we get to the fun stuff, let's talk about my ships. This is the landing pad, of course. It is hooked up and piped directly into the base. It has yet to be finished, but this is just a landing spot for the mining drone, which is here. 4 medium-sized cargo pods are on here. Still filled with stuff, it looks like. That's interesting. It looks like the refinery hasn't gotten to it yet. It has a camera on the front as well as a light, and then a camera on the back here, in case you can't see it, which looks at this connector, so I can actually see when I'm coming in for a landing where that connector is. A couple of batteries on the back, some large ion engines. Nothing really much to write home about on this, just a basic, drone. I could actually, I should probably actually shorten this up a bit just because it is a little bit too big, but that's okay. Then we have my pride and joy. I've had this since the beginning of the game, since I built it. This is I called it a clamshell miner to start with because originally it had 2 drills coming off the front of it, and then I changed it into a transport, and it's kind of just a mess. Like if I delete 1 block, half of this whole back end comes off. Well, 2 blocks technically, but it's changed over the hours of playing. Now it has rockets on the sides and Gatling guns, which it never had, and a Daka cannon on the back, which is, these are all modded except for the Gatling guns. But it's a pure hydrogen-based scout and transport ship with an ore detector as well. So if anybody wants to get into any videos about these specifically, just let me know. I'm thinking of making some more videos like this. Continuing on to the top of the platform house thing, we have 2 hydrogen engines which are not hooked up because I don't need them. Our build and repair system with a large storage. You can see the remnants of my large ship here that brought me to the moon, minus the autocannon magazine is something different, but most of the material here is from that. We have our O2H2. What's going on here? This looks like... Oh, it looks like I had some damage here. That's interesting. Okay, we had some damage from, I believe, a stalker drone. Let's see if I can just get that repaired. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. Anyways, this is hooked up to the oxygen tank. Oxygen tank is hooked up to the H2. H2 is hooked up to the H2 tank as well, the hydrogen tank. 402,000 liters, which is nice. That'll keep me going for a while. And then as far as base defense for right now, I'm just keeping an eye on that super gremlin. We have a flak cannon, which is from the HS mod pack. I don't remember what it really stands for, but this is an HS flak cannon. Flak turret, excuse me. And that's my baby, and I love it. And then we have this guy here as well, which is also an HS. It's an anti-heavy turret. That thing does some serious damage. And then 3 Gatling turrets on top to keep this place safe. We don't get attacked much, but when we do, it's normally pretty substantial. Right before recording this, I got hit with 3 horsefly drones, excuse me, and it was good. It was good. Luckily, our turrets keep us safe. So, and then last but not least, I want to show this off. This is my most recent addition. It might not seem like much. A couple of doors and some blast door plating. This is actually a finished product. Unlike the rest of this base, is not considered finished. This is a finished product that I'm happy about for the most part. So if we take a look at timer blocks, we'll go to the first one and we'll just start that. And that will open the door and then bring up my heavy cannon array with I believe these are considered tank mounts because normally they face forward. So you normally put this forward facing on your ship. These are aimed directly straight up in the air for any large ships that come in the area. And that's something that I kind of want to test. I might make a video about that, but I want to test how effective these are against ships like the clamshell or the mining drone, which I haven't named yet, but I don't know. Maybe call it... I don't even know what to call it. So if you have a name suggestion, throw it in the comments below. But if you want to see me test some weapons and stuff and kind of see what everything is going up against, or even want to know more about what I do, or hell, maybe even see a little bit of a series, I would love to do one. Let me know in the comments down below. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. God, this thing looks so cool. It's nothing major inside. I'm going to finish this up with this. There's nothing major inside of that, actually. It's just an empty room, save for the timer blocks. Let's just reverse that. That'll bring that down, but leave the doors open. We'll ride that down. Oop. Yeah, it's nothing major, but it's super cool. Like, I don't know. I had this thought overnight, and these blast doors work really well with it because they don't glitch with these things. But yeah, it's just a couple of timer blocks for the open and close function, and then the cargo container for the ammo delivery system, which I should hook up to the base, but I just haven't yet. So we got a couple of these. Let's move that over. There we go. Now each of these has 2 shells in it. Yeah, so that should be good. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to extend this. I'm doing the Minnesota goodbye, and I'm sorry for that, but I do hope you all enjoyed. And again, if you want to see more, just let me know. And I would love to make more videos of this. And of course, the other series I have going on, the Oblivion Projekt, as well as the Witcher series. Keep an eye out for those as well. But until then, as I said, I'm leaving now. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. We will see you in the next episode, and goodbye. God, that thing is badass.